Hello traders and YouTubers, wherever you are. My name is Michael and I'm from Aegis CMEG. I would like to wish you well and health and well-being wherever you are right now at this moment. So today I thought I'm gonna post some video about online trading, right? And what is online trading actually? So I'm gonna share a little bit more about our company. Our company is Aegis CMEG, Capital Management Education Group. So we usually hold a live trading sessions every Monday to Friday, except if there is a US market observed holiday. So our live trading begins at 9:30 in the morning, New York times, 9:30 in the evening, Singapore times, and 8:30 in the evening, Indonesian times. So if you like to subscribe to our channel, you will receive a notification about our next live trading sessions. So I would like to call this video an online trading Q&A. Yeah, what is an online trading actually? What is it? I would like to think that online trading is similar, like when you're opening a business or when you open a store or opening a factory, right? Or think of it like you're starting a new career, right? It's your day one at your new job, right? So that's I would like to think as such, right? And what is a trading? Trading essentially is you are buying low and you're selling high, right? The sequence is you buy low, you sell high. It's always like that. Or you can do it in reverse. You can sell high and you buy low. And what we have here is a very liquid market. What it means that your order usually being filled instantaneously. It's slightly different than when you open a store, right? Or let's say you open a candy factory. You open a candy store, right? So if you open a candy store, if you want to sell all of your candies, it usually take some times, right? You need to wait until the customer come to your store and buy your candy. But here, because the market is very liquid in online trading, it's done immediately or instantaneously, right? And you would like to start small and you want to learn first and build your capital. So it's the same as like you're opening a store or open a business, right? At first you learn and you start small and build your capital. And what's important is I would like to emphasize that this online trading is not a gambling. Yeah, it's definitely not a gambling because it's very easy for a trader, usually a beginner trader, they follow into that path, into that dark path of gambling, right? Because what you need is just an online account and you need the platform or a software to trade and internet connection, and that's it. It's very simple, right? But again, this is not it's not a gambling. So what is the difference between trading and investing? So sometimes people wondering what's the difference? Yeah, what is the difference between trading and investing? So in my case, in my scenario, in my strategy, trading, when I trade, I usually hold it very short. Like in my trade, usually I'm holding it less than a couple minutes. Yeah, but in general, when people talk about trading, the holding period usually is less than 1 hour. And in trading, people put heavy emphasis on chart reader. Yes, we still have to look at the external factor, for example, like earning announcement or some kind like U.S. Federal Reserve make some decision or something like that. But in general, we only focus on chart reader. We only focus on chart pattern, right? It is different than investing. Investing usually hold a longer time period, usually months or years. Warren Buffett, when he purchased a stock, he usually hold it for at least a period of 5 years, 5 years or longer. And when people invest, they put heavy emphasis on financial report, yeah, on financial report, because they make their decision based on that, based on the financial report, like price to book value ratio or the earnings or all of those financial ratios that people learn in college. So that's what people focusing on when trying to invest in particular stock. So here in our company, we only focus on trading stock. Yeah, trading stock. So this is slightly different than trading futures or trading options. Now, trading stock. What is stock? I think most of you already know that stock is just a proof of ownership of a company. For example, if you purchase 10 shares or 10 stocks of Apple, APL, it means that you are owning a small percentage of Apple. Yeah, and why trading stock? In my case, because I find that the stock has more indicator available. What it means that you have a volume indicator on every stock that you trade, which in my opinion, it's not available on any other trading instrument. For example, futures, right, or commodities or forex. They don't usually show a volume, but in stock, when you're trading stock, yes, you will see a volume underneath as your additional indicator. And also, if you look at my trading, you will see in the middle of my screen, there is a lot of numbers going up and down. That's what we call a level 2 information. Level 2 information is showing you how the money flows in and flows out of the stock, who's buying and who's selling, which is very critical when you're trading stock, right? And also, when you're trading a stock, there is a distinct time period when market is open or market is closed. Usually during market open, market close, the volatility is much higher than the other period. So that's what we are striving for, because when you're trading, you will look for volatility. And at this moment, we only trade at the US stock market, at NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange, because these two markets are the most liquid equity market in the world. And also, you can have two directions when you trade. You can go long, which is you buy low, you sell high, or you can go short, which is sell high and buy low. And also, the stock market, US stock market, is highly regulated. So that's the reason why at this moment we only trading at the US stock market. So why would someone want to do an online trading, right? Online trading, as I mentioned before, this online trading basically it can be done for almost anywhere, right? Almost anywhere. I see people do some tradings when they were at the beach. I saw my friends doing a trading when he is at the airport, right? But in general, you can do almost anywhere. It's not necessarily recommended when you do trading from the beach, because why? Because when you trade, you need full concentration, right? Some people can do that. Some people can do trading from, let's say, from bar or from cafe. But in general, you need a full concentration, because it's just like you're on your own, right? Your own business. You have to take this very seriously. So, and be your own boss. That's what most people. That's what entice people to do online trading. Hey, I can be my own boss, right? Even though you work from home, I have nobody to report to, right? Be your own boss and set your own target. So how many do you want to make today? What's the amount of capital that you want to commit during this particular trading? So that's what attracts people to the online trading. And word of caution, right? Well, as I mentioned before, these can easily turn into gambling. So what you need is self-discipline. Yeah, self-discipline in what? Self-discipline in patience. Because as any other business or any other career, you need to devote sufficient time to study. Yeah, you need to devote this because you are responsible for your own trading. Yeah, you need to devote sufficient time. Again, sufficient time to study. To study what? To study about the chart pattern, and to study about the psychology of trading, to study about the trade management. What's the amount of risk to reward ratio that you want to put in? And you need also self-discipline for perseverance. Perseverance when you get a setback or you get a drawdown, or sometimes you might blow up your account. Because let's face it, right? When you trade, it's not always you winning hundreds or even thousands of dollars every day. Sometimes you're going to lose, right? That's the fact. I mean, if somebody's come to you and say, hey, I never lose trading at all, I would definitely say that it's not true, right? The professional trader knows that they will lose money. And this is important for you, right? They will lose money. I will lose money. You will lose money. But the important thing is when you lose money or when I lose money, what is my response, right? What is my reaction when I lose money? Because that's important, yeah. And you have to have perseverance for all of that. And another thing, you need to also have a mental maturity, because 75% of trading is just mental, right? 75% of trading is mental, 25% is technical. Mental maturity is, for example, if you get stopped out of your trading, what would you do after that? Would you re-enter position, or would you reverse your position, or would you just set back and do nothing, right? That's what mental maturity is. So that's a word of caution. And precisely because of that, you will not see me showing a video, with a beautiful girl on the beach, fancy car, or someone flying on the private airplane, right? Or someone showing, hey, you know what? Look at my trade. I won $2 million in this particular year. Because in my opinion, those are irrelevant, right? Beautiful girl, nice car, private plane, a nice account report. Those are the byproduct of your good trading, right? You understand what I mean, right? If you're trading good, naturally your result will show. Yeah, so I don't focus on the result. I'm focusing on the process. For example, like this is the trade that I done a couple of days ago, right? Couple of days ago. This is the trade. So the strategy of this particular trade is you go long when the stock is strong or closing above the VWAP. It's very easy, right? Closing above the VWAP, you go long. But how do you put that in practice? What is your stop loss? What is your profit target? That's the trademark of good trader. Right? It's not just I'll show you beautiful girl, I have fancy car, I flying private plane and stuff. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is how do you trade? Do you trade correctly? Do you follow your stop loss? Do you have a good trade management? That's all what's important is, right? Because the other thing will follow. So what is the risk and reward in doing online trading, right? Trading, like any other business, it can be extremely rewarding, right? But carries significant risk. So I would tell you first upfront, but trading carries significant risk, especially when you are not informed, right? When you're not informed or you try to turn this into a gambling. Now, think of surgeon, right? A surgeon or an architect or a business people, right? Think of that. So if you are a good professional trader, you make more in 1 month compared to surgeon in 1 year. Right? You can. I don't have to show it to you. Google it, right? Income for a good professional trader in 1 month is higher than income for a good surgeon in 1 year. Now think about that, right? So if that's such a reward, so you need to work very hard to get into that point. Yeah, you need to work very hard to get into that point. And also, you need to do a trial run and simulation, because you cannot just be a very good trader, a very good surgeon without any run or simulation, without any trial run or simulation. Now, let me give you an example. Right? I have 2 surgeons. Let's say you want to be a surgeon, right? You just finished high school. You want to be a surgeon. So you're going to spend 4 years at the college as an undergraduate, and you're going to spend maybe $100,000 as your tuition fee. That's for undergraduate. So just finish your undergraduate, can you become a surgeon? No. You need to go to a graduate school, or you go to medical school, right? For 3 to 4 years, or 3 to 4 years. And there you're going to spend additional 250 to 300,000, right? Roughly. So 3 to 4 more years. And then you'll become an intern. You'll become an intern at certain hospital, right? And then you're gonna spend maybe 5 to 7 years as an intern. Then you as an intern, you don't make much, right? You make maybe around 30,000 or something. Then after 5 to 7 years intern, then you will become a full-fledged surgeon. And then this is where you start making money. So in summary, you want to become a surgeon, you need to spend at least 7 to 12 years in training. Right? It's gonna cost you $400,000 in costs. And if you're persistent, you're gonna get a high salary, which is roughly around 300,000 per year. That's how much surgeon make. Let's say you don't want to become a surgeon, you want to open a business, right? Let's say you're a very good chef, or you are a very good craftsman or craftsman, and you want to open as a chef, you want to open a store, right? Or as a craftsman, you want to open a factory. Again, what does it take for you to open a store or to open a factory, right? To open a store, you need 2 to 3 years in training, right? You need 2 to 3 years in training. Training means that you start experimenting about your recipe or your menu, right? And it costs you $10,000 in costs. And again, you're gonna get a high income if you're persistent, right? But if you open a store, limited to the location traffic, your income or your income is going to be limited to location traffic. Let's say you want to open a factory, right? You still need to train. Believe me, when you open a brand new factory, you still need to train your employee, you need to train your manager, you need to train yourself. 1 to 2 years in training. It's going to cost you between $50,000 to $500,000 US, depending on how big your factory is. Right? Again, if you're persistent, you get a high income. Yeah, income is unlimited, but it's a high failure rate when you open a factory, and it's also not to mention it's high investment cost, right? High investment cost. So in a sense, high risk, high return, low risk, low return. So how many people do you know drop out from medical school or medical training? Right? Some people do that. Even if they become a full-fledged surgeon, they don't want to practice anymore. There is some instance that people do that. How many business fail after significant investment? Right? How many factories do you know just close after they open for just few years, right? Without recouping their investment back. So, would that be nice if you have a real world simulation? That would be very nice, right? Let's say you want to become a surgeon, right? Before you start opening up your people's brain or people's heart in real life, you go into a simulation and you do that in the simulation using real data, right? Real data, real life. You do that in simulation before you become a surgeon. Let's give it a try, right? Same thing as a chef. Let's give it a try first. Simulate. See if I can open a new store. Or as a craftman or craftwoman, let's go into simulation and see if I can run factory simulation, right? Using the real data. Yeah. So unfortunately, that kind of simulation doesn't exist. Right? There is no way in the world that you can open people's heart or people's brain without significant risk or just as a practice. There is no way you can do that. Right? There is no way also in the real world that you can just open a factory in simulation using a real data. That can be done. Right? It's not possible. It doesn't exist. So how about online trading? So let's say you want to become an online trader, right? You need to become an online trader. Again, you need a training. You need to have 6 to 9 months in training. And the income is pretty much unlimited. Yeah, the income is unlimited. And you have freedom to work from everywhere. You can freedom to work from anywhere. You can work from the different location in the world. Yeah, and you can start part-time. You don't have to quit your job, or you don't have to close your factory or close your store if you own your own business, right? You can start this from part-time. And then after you start studying or learning, then you will become the full-time trader with unlimited income. Now, this kind of occupation has a real-world simulation. So there is You can trade using real data in simulation, right? You can do that. You can test your strategy before you go into the real world. Yeah. So in real world, simulation exists for an online trader. Yeah, you can start 6 to 9 months in training. Unlimited. Again, the key here is persistence. If you are persistent in any occupation, you will succeed. And then the nice thing is you can start part-time. So what is our offer? Our Aegis trading education. You need to watch a real-time live trading. This is just to give you familiarization, right? To give you a taste of what is the actual trading is. And watch the recorded previous trades, yeah, and study the pattern, and you start the simulation software. Okay, so all of those study the pattern and simulation software, I'm going to cover it in different video. But right now, go watch the real-time live trading. It's free, right? Doesn't cost you anything. You can also watch a recorded previous video. Again, they're all free, right? There's nothing, you don't have to purchase or buy or anything, don't do anything, right? All you need to do is just subscribe, right? Again, this is a reminder that our trading session begin at Monday, Friday, starting at 9:30 in the morning for the US Standard Time, 9:30 in the evening Singapore time, and 8:30 in the evening Indonesian time. So again, my name is Michael, and I'm from Aegis CMEG. Thank you very much.